Welcome to Rich Conversations. This is another one of our weekly guided reflection sessions where we're going to take about 40 to 50 minutes out of our day to think more intentionally about our lives. So we're going to pose simple questions that are meant to get us to think more or deeper about our lives so that moving forward, we can be more precise in our actions. And today I'm recording this on a hot 90-some degree summer day in the barn, which doesn't have great ventilation. I'm here in Wisconsin on the barn. I'm in sitting on a rocking chair. I'm moving from Chicago to Wisconsin, and I'm on break right now. Earlier today, I put a bunch of stuff in the truck, came up to Wisconsin, and then after this, I'm going to go back to Chicago, bring it back up to Wisconsin. So I thought, why not record in the barn? You know, we're going to get some more country aesthetics going in the near future. Why in here? It's a little windy outside, and it's not in direct sunlight. It's a little hot, but I'm sweating pretty good here. I really enjoy visually interesting settings. To me, like recording-wise and with podcasts, it's something I'm really into is like being able to, in every video, be somewhere different in a way. That is cool to me, so that's why I am sweating profusely in this rocking chair on this hot summer day to bring forth reflection. And on that note, let's set a timer for 5 minutes. And all we're going to do is just breathe in and out. All right, let's go. Again, just in and out. If thoughts come up, just let them pass. Not a big deal. You know, and if you're in a very hot place like I am, this would be a great opportunity to really focus on breathing and not be distracted by external things like the heat or sweat dripping down your leg. Okay. We're breathing in and breathing out. All right, so that was 5 minutes. How do we feel? I can feel sweat all over my body. I'm gonna open up this barn door real quick. All right. Oh, yeah, this is nice. My stupid obsession with just like interesting scenic visuals. It's can be an adventure. All right, first question. Now you can be thinking about these, answering them, or writing them down. I have a journal right here that I use regularly. And so the first question is, when was the last time you had to take inventory of your life, material possessions wise? Something I'm reminded of is when you're moving, you have to go through everything you have. And it's a good barometer of how many things you have. What do you actually care about? What things are meaningful to you, which are just things that compiled, accumulated. So let's think about that question. It's such an objective thing. When moving, you have to go through your stuff. So you have to make decisions based on what is important to you in your life and what do you want to continue to have in your life. It's also a great signal for growth. And it's a way that brings up memories and what you used to be interested in, what you aren't anymore. Moving. It's an interesting thing. What's your experience been like that with that? Taking inventory. So like when you're thinking about that last moment of doing it, what surprised you? What stood out to you? This might be the hottest day that I've ever moved on. Yeah, it's windy out there. See, so inside in the barn, worked out for audio. I don't know how good of a visual it will be, though. That's why we're experimenting. That's the whole thing about life. It's just experimenting. You don't know about something until you test it. Before you test it, you only have theory. Some people mistake theory for facts or actuality. But in actuality, until you test it, you don't know. And I feel like this is I don't know, something that's around my orbit is minimalism, clarity, startups, aesthetics, I don't know. And so there's kind of this focus on being intentional with what you own. So I would like let's guess how many possessions, how many items we own. Yeah, I was thinking back on the drive. Like people before World War II. Before like post-World War II economic boom in America. How did people move? Because it seems like most of the furniture or items would be really heavy. Which is interesting because we attach ourselves so much to our possessions or furniture and moving these things that are ours, but they're cheaper, they're mass-produced for the most part. Whereas people say in the 1800s, I'm using 1800s as an example, their stuff was heavy, and people took a lot of time making it. Did people accumulate things? I think that was kind of like the question on my mind. Or was just there not really that consumer economy? What I'm getting at is how can we be grateful for where we are today and be living now today? It seems like, though, we have a lot of stuff. What are we grateful for? It's usually how we start these off. Let's think of a time that we were very physically uncomfortable, whether it's heat, sweat and how did it feel That's a big truck. All right. So we're in discomfort physically. Say it's hot. We're sweating. Write or think about how it felt coming out of that. Going in AC or, you're lifting something heavy. Say you're moving, right? And just being completed with setting that thing down. Really enjoying this rocking chair. Let's think of our favorite piece of furniture. Why is it our favorite? Is it memories we have attached with them, with family or friends? Do we save up for a long time in order to purchase the furniture? Did someone give us the furniture? There can be a whole number of reasons why. Yeah, I think I want to get back into rocking chairs. Rocking chairs and reading chairs. Now that I'm going to spend more time in the country, rural America, nothing quite beats a fine rocking chair. I tell you what, though, these pigeons. This barn is filthy because of pigeons. Very sloppy. The evolution of dinosaurs led to birds. Yeah, I'm trying to think of if there's something, the equivalent of a scarecrow with crows. Is there something for pigeons? There's like spikes, but, I got to climb, 20 to 40 feet everywhere. Is there an animal you don't like? Let's reflect on that. What animal do we not have the best relationship with? Saw a lion yesterday, 2 lions. Went to the zoo. Doing different things before I move. Spend less time in Chicago, so I went to the Lincoln Park Zoo. Saw these lions. That's a pretty cool thing. Saw some lions yesterday. I think I would have a good relationship with lions if I interacted with them more, you know? Pigeons, though? Nah. See, I bet pigeons would be afraid of lions. That's how I could get the pigeons out of the barn. Just keep some lions around. The next thing to think about is in your life, what's been some of the most difficult manual labor work that you've done? Thinking about all the times I've stacked straw bales, like right behind me, like up to the window. It's got to be like 40 feet, maybe like 35. Sweating way more than I am right now. Can hardly breathe. Man, those are like 40-pound bales. Throwing a bunch of those around. So what's been the hardest, most difficult manual labor work that you've done? You know, something you got a good workout doing. Shoot, moving. Good exercise. How do you remember sleeping that night after doing the work? Did you rest well? I imagine you could. Did you treat yourself afterwards? You know, did you like have a beverage treat or, you know, a dessert treat, a food treat to kind of celebrate the conclusion? It just tastes so good. Can't believe these pigeons, though. They've pretty much destroyed this barn in my absence. I'm gonna have to change that. With or without lions. Yeah, this barn was built in 1904. have so many memories in this barn. It's crazy. Now let's think of a space where you have a lot of memories, excluding your house. So outside of your house, where is a building, a space, an area that you built a lot of cherished memories, either by yourself or with other people? Yeah, I think it's interesting what spaces can do. You know, a room is four walls, but what makes it valuable is the space in between, right? Kind of like a jar. You know, say like a clay jar. Doesn't really have any significance until something fills the inside of the jar. Then it's special. So we can think of spaces that way. Let's think of a challenge coming up for us. What is that challenge, and how are we going to go about it so that it's less challenging and achievable? Oh, we got some fine natural light here. We're learning a lot in this recording, in this space, again, right? Something itself doesn't really have much meaning or significance. It's what's in between, right? And though these old barnwood panels are pretty awesome, the value is what you can do with the barn on the inside. Yeah, challenges come up all the time in life. Challenges come up all the time in life, and that's why it's important to have practice at excelling with those challenges. Because the more you do well with these challenges, the more confidence you'll have and the easier things get. And you can use kind of your mental processing to approach a new challenge using methods from previously successful challenges. And you just keep growing. You know, like you can start there and just keep adjusting, keep tinkering. Challenges. These pigeons, though. Look at this. Now that I'm spending more time in the country, rural America, should I start writing with feathers? Dip into the ink. Hey, this is a pretty sexy feather, I think. Oh yeah. This is so beautiful, though. I mean, just the engineering of it. Nature is so beautiful. It's perfect. Here, can you see closer? It's amazing. Very sturdy. You know, you can really... So soft. Great point, though. That's something I should learn more about. It's like how people used to write in the past, both like physically, but also light-wise. You know, the logistics of candles and light. That'd be something to explore. For me, a personal curiosity. So, what's something you would like to explore more? The way I'm interested now in feather writing and writing without electricity those days. Have you ever thought of how many things disappear because future generations don't carry them forward in a way? Just like kind of everyday sayings or everyday methods of doing things. So much to be grateful for. Let's finish this off with 2 questions. What are you curious about recently? So it's pretty similar to the last question, but something that's on your mind rather than something specific with history or doing things. And this last question, to close out our barn sweat session, is what are we energized for this upcoming week? Let's take some time and just think about that. Write about it. Like, what is something that when we think about it, we can feel inside us energized. We have just more life inside of us. We feel alive thinking about it. I think that's a big part of life, is finding things that you feel alive. Finding things that you feel alive when you're doing them, when you think about them, that bring you just joy and just sheer fulfillment in a way. And it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be some big thing. I love playing basketball, just like shooting around. I look forward to it all the time. Never gets old for me, you know? So, like, it can be anything. The important thing is that you figure out what that is for you. That's important. And if you don't have something right now, test. Try a bunch of different things. And just because you might not like something doesn't mean you're a failure or anything like that. It's just like, it's not your thing, you know? You just keep going forward that way. I feel it's much less hot now. The door being open helped. Well, get ready for some more nature scenes during these weekly guided reflection sessions. We're going to be here a little more often. So thank you for stopping by, doing this today. Just doing this once, it can make you feel better. It's going to create some feeling of relief. But to continually do it, show up for yourself, give yourself time to think about your own life intentionally. All that will add up. It will accumulate. The way we accumulate a lot of things in our apartment, then we have to move, and then we realize, wow, we really accumulated a lot. That's what it will be like after these weekly guided reflection sessions, and you do many of them. So thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.